Oh, crap. So this is interesting. Again, this is a build that at its core has no defensive stuff. And I'm not entirely convinced that that works well, but I'm certainly willing to give these things a try. I have feathers. That's just gross. Seriously, that's just gross. Alright. Let's start 12. Hey. So, I'm just rotating through various kitschy builds. And curious about how fun they are. The throwing knife build, that was awesome. At least through the base game. It got really frustrating in the at the tail end of
the fallen leaves.
I don't know. I usually decide that right before I usually decide the ending that I'm going to do like right when I'm about to end it. I'm less concerned with those endings at this point, but maybe I'll go back and do the Fia ending. I don't know. I'm usually more fixated on the build. Ronnie's ending is usually the one that I default to. I suppose I could just skip the whole concept of worrying about an ending and even the NPCs and just jam straight to the finish. Hold on. Not that I need any of this, but why not? Oops. Ooh. Show you spinning. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm so far from any of the endings. I have to get before I can even engage the first ending that's not obviously the core ending. I have to get to Round Table Hold. And on my playthroughs now, I have a tendency to like get to Round Table Hold and not pop in again until long past you normally would have visited multiple times, which I think is funny. I have so many of these stone sword keys now. May as well use one, too. So let's see.
Come to the... Of course you... Unfortunately, without guide, you are me. Are you familiar? You may all... That... It will lead... Even if it... To castle home. It will castle if you... It will castle if you see...
Alright, that takes care of that. Yeah, I agree. Oh! Uh-oh. Ah! Oi! Swing your sword. Good lord.
And I can also that you're not then wine. I am Carlin. I am selling where the land has its only time. Let's say goodbye for
Goodbye for now. I really gotta stop those Steam pop-ups. Yeah.
They sir, but you. I can turning route to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it summon me. Ah, Torrent. Treat him with. This way, tarnished. May I have a word? I am the wit. I'd heard tanned upon the talk thou art to call forth. Ah, I was enshrined torrent. 'Tis a summon there, the spirit now it is that. I doubt we. How long will he for the time?
PC. I play on the desktop. Although I suspect that the controller is what really matters. Just because someone's playing PC or desktop. I haven't. Is that the one where people can play together? I haven't done any mods. Hold on. Oh, let's go this way. Convergence mod, huh? What does it do? Just like sharpen everything up? Newer weapons. Like newer weapon looks or actual, like, modified weapons? That's what I was looking for. Isn't that funny? My guy, like, used a breath weapon on. I hadn't killed that death bird in a long time. What's that one drop anyway? Oh. FP for crits, I think. Something like that.
But let me ask, are you here? Does your despite? Yeah. Takes me any inch. All I know. Now's the time. Well.
It's nighttime. Is he still there? He is. Alright, so gotta wait till another nighttime. Oh, I guess it's too close to morning. I'm confused. I guess the bearing hunters aren't out yet? Alright, whatever. I'm doing alright, Luna. How are you?
Everyone here, only to have that. Did you know? It's quite the. You've been heading to entice. Well, that. But I don't have. It's scared. I want on nothing. Can you take? And it'll be glad. It will. Tell them I'm fine again.
Let's go play with this Crucible Knight. I haven't fought this guy in a while. And what is up with it raining dogs? It's always so funny to me. This is the part where I die a lot. Or not. We shall see. Holy cow. Long range. Oof. Man, this guy takes a beating without getting... No, we cannot. God, why? Why would I switch to... I'm in the middle of playing a game. Why would I switch to typing on a keyboard? Ooh. Yeah, I just figured enough hits and I'd eventually break it. Apparently not. So, we'll go a more... What? That range is ridiculous, honestly. I love how he waits until, like, just at the right instant. What? Hey, how about the shield work? How about you dodge? Fucking A! Jesus! I also don't have, it's also apparently super immune to rot. There he is. Move, move, move! God! I hate falling back on that rapier, but you can't argue with the success of it. And if I had my defensive talismans, he'd have a much harder time busting my poise. All right, castle it is. And I'll complain all I want. But I will improve, adapt, and overcome. This is why I usually kill them with spells. And I'm still, like, not convinced of this, still not convinced of this build. The amusement's not there the way it is with other builds. And to me, that's one of the big things, is that this is not nearly as... Like, the last playthrough, the Smith script dagger, the throne, man, that was awesome. That was just so much fun.
This light, but now you can see the rays. Up a demigod. If the ray, then the Elden as an ally, pray to face the...
Smoldering with thy
Smell you again later.
Cower in fear of the night.
Fit to see and it seems torrent, whereas I'm there is, but I can take gathering. Very well at my hand.
It's not like she gives me a choice. I'm reading your chats, Luna. Oh, I'm level 437? 439. And my stats are ludicrous.
I can't very well. It is sick. Are you a housekeeper? Remember your... that...
I'm, well, the honor of... By the way, she's my servant. Take your eyes off if you find her. Oh, welcome to... I teach and explore so that one ensuring... By the way, you most time... You are... Well? May the Golden Order shine.
That guy. That guy's got great armor, by the way, for early game. Just checking to see who all is here.
No matter how you're... I see nothing special. I'm trapped, that's all there is.
Well, no crap. My being a besides, despite my decides it.
I am circumscribed, perhaps you doing so. And you, do you think it where I come? Ah.
So, I haven't done this quest line in like 10 playthroughs. Once I got the incantations from the dragon at the end of it. So,
You are.
I got trapped by this my first playthrough, and many people do on their first playthrough, and I don't know if anybody's watching who's at that point. When you get this Baldachin's Blessing,
What you felt
you get
light up
this too,
inside you
which
was a
reduces
Baldachin's blessing. Though it is
total
but a
health, I
fleeting
think,
thing, come
by
back
like
to me. I will
5%.
take-
So once you've done this, you've initiated enough with her that you don't need to come back until much, much later if you want to do her quest line. And I'm considering her quest line this playthrough. But what you probably want to do is immediately consume this. Once this is gone, it'll get rid of that debuff.
You there? Come. It's tightly got. The guards you breached. Your type.
Oh, one thing you can do.
The guard. You'll slip. Of course, when you approach their zone.
The gates! Open the gates!
I don't have to worry about going down there to open them.
The gates are only.
Guy's a schmuck. Those birds. I hate those birds. Hate those birds. Okay, so one clever thing you can do is your goal is to actually get these guys to blow those up for you, so you don't have to worry about it next time. Off you go. All right, this is actually, I found this to be a handy little trick. It's not your first playthrough, you may or may not have what you need to do it. Obviously, you can wear a lantern if you have one, and you could have got, that's something you could have gotten by now. But if you have, once you open the door, but before you walk in, you have a glowstone. Can actually toss it in there, and the room will be totally lit up. That giggling dude's too much if you listen in the background. And see, the room's lit. He laughs like he got one over on you. Bird. Oh, missed. Come on! These dogs are vicious. Especially the rotten ones. Those are brutal. Get you all rotted up. this going to be a field full of guys with golden eyes? I don't see any. Got excited there for a second. Birds. Can always use more feathers.
Be proud. Well, tarnished, I am the I'm
I've
hereby
already got her
declare all to
puppet.
this graft is tainted the. If I ask you, the winds, I'm certain.
Kind of crazy. Alright, tag this point. Okay, so reset. No reason not to. Oh, shoot. I have made a mistake, albeit a small one. Always summon first. If you're going to use a summon first, then buff. That way any buffs that you have that hit other things, buff them too. Like this. Actually trying to dodge. It's apparently not going to let me. The whole time I'm trying to roll out of there. It's just like not rolling. What the hell? When it finally rolls in a direction I didn't instruct it to, it rolls into a wall. That's hilarious. God, I haven't lost on that guy in a while. Yeah, it's nuts.
return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Please, Luna, stop. I'm not interested. I'm not responding for a reason. I really wish you bots would just stop and go away. Ah, almost forgot to pick up my rune pile. That guy was worth 76,500. I find that funny. Like early game, you're like 3 levels. Now it's like,
Water birth. Oh, he got what I tell you though. He had.
oh, actually. Alright, let's go activate that rune. Oh, let's go back to... Must be Rampart Tower. No, it's not Rampart Tower. That's not it. Did I fail to pick up? That would be funny. Did I fail to pick up main gate, tower? Oh, it looks, must be this one. Yeah. No, I'm not going this way. I'm going this way. But I'm thinking about the direction. Okay. What? You walked right into it. Yeah, what's this? Oh, rats. This may not have been the way. Wow. Wow. So much for poise. Good lord. Oh, jeez. That guy. I don't know where along this path it dumped my runes, so I want to make sure I follow the same path. Alright, there we go. That was crazy. Oh, hold on. No, rats. I'm not... Alright. That makes me a little bit mad because I'm not kicking those boxes. I'm jumping before them, but I'm not apparently clearing them properly. Anyway. Like how he killed his own dude. And now you know the other way to clear those guys out instead of using a bow. Oh, really? Fireballs at me. Oh! Love it. Nephilim, come over here. No! Luna, go away. Alright. So, this fight amuses me because I can make lots of fun. Damn it. There we go, finally. That was awesome. Dude with the arrow knocked them both down. Oh no! I had it lined up and then I lost it. Alright. So... Hey, good. Sykes, how you doing? The good ones? No. Not a great bow I don't need. Uh, 439. I don't even think I have half the runes I need for a level. Yeah, I have about a third of the runes I need to get another level. I got a lot of bosses to kill to get there. It's really frustrating, actually. really, all level does is it affords you to have more builds, and then what you do is based on your gear, not your level and ability to level up. So, like, this build is faith, strength, dex, stamina, vigor. I feel like I've run past. I ran past something. Yep. Alright, well that finishes off that. Back to the round table hold.
You find. Let's
Grey anchor until it was tragic across the far, but the so brave seek to become
let go. All day is, and I defend. The chill tainted and listen.
the great
Turn in the demigod run.
What? The Reichard Remembrance survived my new game. That's weird. I mean, I ain't complaining, but that's weird. I mean, I have both of these. I suppose I could two-hand the or two-weapon the blasphemous blade. That'd be funny. Why not?
Now go forth.
That's crazy. All right. So now I can talk to Vare. Oh, he's gone. All right. That puts me back at the castle.
Can I?
I need to step away for a little while. I have some pressing business to take care of. But I'm not going to disconnect. I'm going to be back 5-10 minutes. Me pop here. And I will be back in a few minutes. All right, rock and roll. So, this build is not nearly as interesting as the last one. It is a big hit build, for sure. Hey, Andrea Core, fan page. Rolana. Yeah. I think so. Well, to get the key and then into the mannery, but yeah.
Oh, don't.
Does this guy have any? No. Nothing I want, anyway. What? That's crazy. Let's get this taken care of now. Side cave. I think +3 is where, depends on how many levels you've gained in the interim, but +3 is where stuff starts getting interesting. Well, it's interesting the whole time. As bosses progress through plus levels, a couple of them, if I remember correctly, actually gain new abilities. And I think that stops at +3. Stop having new abilities, that is. What? Oh, it's here. Little snail hop. there is a little tiny... I missed it. You don't need to. It's not. It's just a goofy thing. There's a little ledge you can land in between, but you don't need to. Oh. I guess that first... I thought I killed the first one. I guess not. Apologizing for that guy. Hey, Lucifer Morningstar. It's going pretty good. How about you? How's your day going?
I told thee that I possess, or have you was my other. That I possess, or have you was my other.
All right. Here. Actually, I'm going to put it here because I don't want to actually reset that one. Here. Here. Oh, and one more. Watch this shit. Here's the shiznit. Watch this. You may be about to learn something you probably wish you knew in your first playthrough if you didn't. To be clear, that's a healing spell. But more importantly, this one. Yep. Heal spells are absolutely devastating, even low-level heal spells. As long as it's a spell that hits them, the damage is unbelievable. Heal from afar is just trivializes those guys. Yep, heal spells. Damn it. Jump! What the hell? I almost died. So I'm picking up little points that I want to make sure I grab. Huh.
You claim what? My doubt. Words are truly, I believe, even words. That's the part. Oh, give it a try, and if it I've high.
I hate that guy. Alright. Off toward 4. Now, somewhere in this general vicinity, there's a Grace. But I don't encounter it very often because there it is. Because I'm usually heading straight over there. There's also a Grace on the other side. I'm gonna pick up the key and then head to that Grace. So, what talismans are you using with the weapon? That's cool, dragon. Oh! No. Rats. I'm not sure I'd say obviously the wrong ones. It's the key is you have to so you kind of have to learn what the various like attributes and abilities are of particular particular weapons and what they trigger and what they don't. And it's having a place where you can kind of put stuff on and test it is a great way to do that. The keys are things like multi-hit talismans. Hold on. So the talismans, for example, that I'm using right now, these are both multi-hit talismans. So as I hit more, the attack power will increase. I think it's just a one step, right? It's like you hit enough and boom, your damage goes up a bunch. still haven't gotten him all rotten. So again, there's other factors to consider, right? I am also high level. I couldn't get. Meh. Trying to use that guy as a block. Anyway, obviously my stats are really high, which is one of the things that affects the ability of that weapon to do damage. But having Alexander's, this makes that the skill attack much more powerful. And then these both increase. This is just because I'm using the breath weapons. I just can't believe this guy's not rotten yet. That spell just does not build up rot fast enough. What I need now is this. And honestly, this is a kitschy, you know, I'm working on a very kitschy kind of build. The
Hello.
sort of goofiness of it.
Hello.
I know there are people
Hello,
that take
it's
builds
rather
like this very
mistress. I was-
seriously,
Could I ask that
and I
only
don't
if
blame
you've-
them for it, but
Oh, what a bless a thug, please. Please.
I don't think that it's, like, I don't know. I'm not convinced that just because a build is powerful that it's a good build from the perspective of being fun to play. I'm on the fence about this one. I like the Dragon Breath, and I think it's the only reason that I'm finding this to be amusing is the Dragon Breath. I've done that as a playthrough before. A large part of New Game 10 was done
What, trying to start?
Dragon Punk.
Show me, and I'll consider. I'm not in love with. You're a first. All right.
Anyway, this one is very, very lopsided in terms of what you do to make the build work. But I want to be important. That is very subjective. That's very much my personal, like, my play style and what it is that I enjoy doing. This seems like it's a very
Please. Oh, thank you.
sort of
Could I
one-trick
forget-
pony.
I see you are very bright to study such. Please. Bring most time. You on the volcano. This land, but the live instead at the base. It was excavated. I have faith in. I do hope. At the base, it was. I have faith in. I do hope.
Okay. Alright. Done with you. Done with you. I'm actually headed your way, and I bet you're the fastest way to get there. Although, watch out for lobsters. So see that red light up thing that I briefly had? That's those talismans going off. That would be indomitable. I wonder what that one does. Picked it up once or twice, but I never looked very closely. Okay, Nephili's not here yet. If she's not here yet, you need to go back to Round Table Hold, and she should be there for you to have a conversation with. That allows you to do something very amusing, which I'm going to do. Which is this. First, let me make sure. So, talk to her here.
I thought you'd risk the felly, Lou. I'm glad to see. I found it in you defeated. Make good use. I don't intend.
Is when you get the Arsenal Charm, which gives you extra weight
I
to
wonder
carry.
if he's in his study. If you haven't already, Father
Allows you to carry extra weight.
I'll see you again. I'll see you again.
All right. Now, back to that village. That is here. Now, this is why you do this. You want to go back down. Don't forget your mushrooms. Always need mushrooms. Now she's here.
Oh, well, I witnessed the oppression of our waking. Put under the justice to let the scar. Put under the justice to let the scar.
Okay. Her conversation is played out. By the way, watch out for those guys. They can suddenly move fast, and they can stack up on you. Now, second thing is, don't hurt this guy if you can help it.
Please, no. Dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait. Well. Oh, aye, we're finished. The curse, I beg you. You must. Then please. The medallion only, but for deep. Alas.
Okay, so this gets you half of what you need for the secret area for Millennia and all that. Normally from here, you can just head straight back to Latena. Now, if you've set her up right, there's a summon here for her. But here's what's kind of cool. because I've done the quest line that gives you her as a puppet, you can summon her again. Which I find very amusing, and I wish that they actually incorporated into the game. Like, there was some kind of, like, intentional... Oh, like, one of them, like, the one you summon is like, that's really strange. You know, some kind of cute thing. Anyway. But what we're gonna do is see how they do fighting this guy. Oh, one's fighting a dog. That's too much. Okay, now I can go back to that cave where Latenna, the Albinarak, is. And now I can have a conversation with her.
Did I possess, or have you come as my other?
Show her half the medallion.
Then I've no. Let's try. My apology. I hope that. Would you? I must go, but there is something. Will you show? If you accept of the where.
It's crazy to me that they set you up for something you can do at the very end of the game.
Forgive me.
So, we're done with that. This quest line actually ends.
When needed, and I will fight at your side.
This quest line ends. There are two that I know of. Quests that complete with an Ash of War summon. That's one of them. It is here. This is where you take Latenna. But that's much later in the game. You have to get to this spot first to get the other half of the medallion so that you can get to this area. The other one, interestingly enough, finishes in Stargazer's runes. And it's actually the jellyfish. Okay. Now, let's go in. Yeah, it might look easy. It's not. It's what happens is once you've gone through the DLC even one time, most of the old world is actually pretty easy. The DLC gives you some just awesome items, like this armor that I'm using. The shield is actually old world, though. Come on. Alright, watch this path. I wish I knew this in my first 10 playthroughs. sure to jump here. Now the dog is the one thing you want to be worried about here. These guys have a tendency to come out of nowhere, so I want to watch out for them. Lots of dogs. Jump. If he'll let you through. Jesus. I didn't get that guy. What's irritating is how long you can have to sit here waiting for these guys to cast their spells before they'll get in range. It's okay. Run past. Hold out until brought to death. That fight is so. When I'm doing this like heavily armored build, that fight is relatively easy as long as I play at least a little bit smart, and my damage is insane. Some fights, this build will not be easy. And keep in mind, I'm skipping stuff. If you're in your first playthrough, never skip everything. Kill everything. That's how you get runes. It's how you level. So this is a fight where I'm not really sure how this is going to work. pretty well. That fight has given me a lot of trouble. It's not, by any stretch of the imagination, the toughest of the Carian Knight fights. That's in the DLC. There's a guy there that's a beast. I'll have maximum everything on, and the dude will one-shot me. Like, just dead. It's crazy. Okay, now, let's see. Hold on. I want... Actually, I do want them. Come to think of it. That's one. That's two, and this is three. No! Damn it! God bless America. It retargeted in the middle of my doing a thing.
Come, sweeting. Time to be born anew.
There we go. There we go. Is this the third one?
Come, sweeting. Time to be born anew.
Where is the third one? Good lord. Ow, 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 ow. There it is. Too bad you don't get. All right.
My dear daughter, weave thy might into me.
So, using the first playthrough, you can't do this, but using the golden sword that you get from the Elden Beast that does the big sweep and all that thing, you can like stand in the right spot and clear like half of those things out in the room, and it makes the fight way easier. Just because you can, there's only a few of them left to become the Orby guy.
Is it to become? Be not alarmed.
All right. Got that done. Thank you, thank you. Now, time to go. Oh, you know what I didn't do is I didn't get the Dectus lift stuff. Yeah, I don't want to go around. Meh. All right. I'll do the capital. I usually save Radon for late. If I get Radon too early in the game.
You there?
Where is he?
Could you help us out, Cully? What you? Some you were just thank you. I was when I when they and so this is
by not triggering Radon, you can leave Ronnie's quest line till really late in the game. You can even get to this point down at the very bottom without ever actually touching Ronnie. Ow! What? Alright, that's crazy. It is funny. Never, ever underestimate how punishing this game is to people that get lazy or complacent. Hold on, I'm gonna go tap the Selin point, because I want to be able to teleport back here. I'm in the area. Keep in mind, this is all super low-level stuff, so... I don't even care if I actually tap Selin yet. May as well. She has an interesting storyline anyway.
Very well, but I refuse to anticipate.
almost half of a level in runes. Isn't that crazy? Totally crazy. Oh, I see glowing eyes. How did I miss that guy? Ow. Would have been funny. Obscure joke incoming. Depending on how old you are, that is. It would be funny if the name of Bach, the guy in Stormvale Castle, if that guy Bach was actually named Ashbury. I suppose his last name could be. Let's pretend his name's Ashbury, right?
The great Kenneth Height.
So this is Kenneth Height.
You've come well. No, despite you might have untarnished.
If that guy's name was Ashbury, then if you follow the storyline that this ultimately concludes at, and you don't screw up
What are you waiting for?
the Nephili Lu quest line, and you don't screw up the Bach quest line, then you'd have Hayton Ashbury inside that castle.
Yes. Now, I had to pray honestly. First, then he... and to think... My fort.
I think they missed a real opportunity there. I love Easter eggs like that. I think... I've been gaming since before people thought computer gaming was a thing. I mean, we're talking Apple IIe days, right? And Easter eggs have always been just the most awesome thing in video games. And it's really sad that a lot of companies go through great effort to force their engineers to really, really bury Easter eggs so people never end up seeing them. There are a few companies that don't do that so much. They're better about it, but cute little Easter eggs. There was an Easter egg, for example, on the old Macintosh operating system that this one's crazy. So you're using the computer normally. If you went into the computer and you manually push the date forward to like 2035 or something, then the color palette, which the color palette had a few ways you could choose what color you want things to be, and one of them was a box of crayons. If you forwarded the time to like 2035 or whatever the date was, all the crayons would be all used and raggy and melted. That's the kind of stuff that I think is really good. How's that guy not frozen? Okay, that fight, by the way, is normally really, really hard. At least it always has been for me. I think I got really lucky. It is. I've just jacked up all my stuff to be very good at it. All right, let's see. We were back to Kenneth Height. Yeah, and I got to get to his castle. Or his keep, or whatever you want to call it. It's down there. Bears. Ground slam. Huh. Hold on. I don't recognize exact. Oh, okay, I need to go south. That's why. I was on the other side of the castle. This is what I was looking for. Uh-oh. He left his standard stuck in the ground. Right there. Isn't that funny? I want it. Anyway. Watch out for explosives. What happens is these guys toss their explosive little charges, and then they hit those barrels, which do massive damage. Rat. Aw, oh, come on. I don't think so. Alright, so Dectus also has two halves. So there's two lifts in the world. There's Dectus and Rolled. Rolled has two possible left and right half talismans. One gets you to the regular area, one gets you to the secret area. You have to collect the secret area ones, and you have to collect the Dectus lift. So this is Dectus left. Dectus right is way over... this one. which is just a serious pain. But doable. It's a long ride. I got stuff to kill in between me and it. In theory, there's a dragon, if I want to kill a dragon, which I do. And there's a tree sentinel. Fun if you could get them both. Anyway. Reset everything. Actually, should have summoned first. Now, the one major drawback with those two is they're fairly fragile. I was stuck. That was a bleed. So, what it is that Jolan and Anna, they're from the DLC, one of the things they do is they generate a lot of bleed. Great DPS. But, for all the great DPS that they do, they are fragile, and they die easily. Trying to rack up big buy rune kills. Ow! Ow, ow! Range on this guy's obscene. I let myself get scarlet rotted. Never underestimate. What? So see how they're already almost dead? That's what I mean by fragile. They just don't have a lot of hit points. And they take a lot of damage, but boy, do they dish it out. Now, one nice thing is... there's a jump that gets you right to Castle Faroth. And to that dragon. Grail. The mother of dragons. Hold on, text message. Alright, so for this... tricky here for a minute. Give me a sec. Ashes of War. Should be frosty now, I think. I saw the big giant hit. Let's get a little more just in case. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's not doing any damage. trying to get poison built up. Did I get it? I got it. Alright, that's what I wanted. Now I'm trying to get rot built up. Oh, poison's gone. Oh, that must be the... Okay. Never mind. That's a bleed. Poison. Okay. Now I'm going to change you out for this. Right. Never did a hole in the head. Get you out of there. Forgot to do. Put this back. Runes. All right. So this gets us the second half of the lift. Which actually has an additional but minor value. Now we can go back to church up here. Grab that. I missed. So this is Dectus. And here's what's interesting. When you use the lift properly, the guardians at the top don't aggro. See? No aggro. Hello. If you don't use the lift properly, they will aggro you. Meaning if you come up the way around and come back here to pick up this grace, you'll find that they are angry. Now, it's super tempting to do a skip. Up here, I recommend against skipping this. There it is. I recommend against skipping this grace. It's actually kind of the center of lots of stuff. I'm going to keep going this way instead of into the city because I want to pick up a grace that's at the other end of this lake. Not going to continue on that route for now. So basically, I find it useful to spend a little extra time now picking up graces So you don't find yourself having to run half a zone a second time just to pick up a grace that you skipped because there's some quest fragment that you need to do or whatever. Dogs. Oh, hold on. I went too far. There's a little canyon you can't get out of there. Yeah. No more single shots. Plus there's a merchant.
Oh, come on. Are you here as a customer?
With nothing I care about anymore. The teleporter. There's gold mask, by the way. So this very convenient teleport location gets you in relatively close proximity to two points. One of them is here. With the crazy ladies. The celebrants, if you prefer. And the other one down over here. Alright, now back to Erdtree Gazing Hill. And I have no idea if this is the best best route, but certainly seems like it. Get a couple guys take a swipe at you. Chest here, by the way. Okay, one more thing. If you are inclined to do the Saluvius questline, which you should do, it's how you get the magic scorpion charm. And the Nephili-Lu summonable puppet, Ash, Spirit Ash if you prefer. run around this clearing and gather everything. And there is an Amber Starlight, which is what he wants to finish his quest line. Grab these Sacramento buds. It's a little out of the way, but you also skip a few guys who shoot at you. Careful, there's a dire bear up there. There's also 2 tree sentinels. This is Mariah's Executioner's Sword. Ow. Oh, wow. Ouch. Didn't expect that. I got bonked. Uh-oh. I got bonked. Bad. Good Lord. the frost or something. Oh, I think I finally did it. Alright, there is another boss up here. However, before I fight him, I'm going to tap the grace so I don't have to do that whole run back up again. Oh, hold on. Melina has something to say to me.
Words, if you would. Hear me, make of that should amounting.
I see thee. Tarnished.
Oh, cheater. Cheater. Alright, let's see here. Little tip. So you're running through here. Those two guys are a pain. And they have an ability here that actually can cause you significant difficulty. If you run up here to the left, they won't bug you quite so much. What? There are no more bell-bearing hunters? Huh. Yeah. Weird. Alright. Never mind. Not sure why no bell-bearing hunters, but alright. Ah! Oh, changed his mind. Oi! Aha! Man. Archer guys are easy to kill. It's the ones with the big swords that are the big moon axes, whatever you call them. Those ones are a pain. All right. Something that I did not know for my first many playthroughs is you can summon help on this fight. Here, I think. There it is. I did not know that. But he's the one with the big dragon bonk. The giant whatever sword. That's how you open a fight. Ow! And into the city we go. And I'm going to camp it here. I'm going to grab some lunch. Thank you all for sticking with me. Thank you for being here and watching. I hope I have provided some entertainment and enjoyment for your day. Be awesome and have an awesome year. FDJ. FDT. Yep, FDT. FDJT. Anyway. Miami Metal. Be awesome, rock and roll.